Hello children, welcome to your English class. Children, this is your first English class of grade 2. I am your new class teacher, Mrs. Vandana Singh. I will be teaching you English, Maths and EVS. This is your English class. Children, today I will revise phonic sounds for you. The phonic sounds of English letters. Children, you have studied letters A to Z in your upper KG class. You read 2-letter words, 3-letter words, even sentences also in grade 1. But to improve your reading skills, to improve your pronunciations, you have to revise phonic sounds, which is very important for improving reading skills, for improving pronunciations. So in today's class, I will be revising phonic sounds of letters A to Z. Each letter has its own sound. So we'll start with this only in today's class. So you know that there are 26 letters in English alphabet. From A to Z. How many letters are there? 26 letters. Okay. English alphabet has 26 letters. That you know, isn't it? English letter has 26 alphabets. And what are they? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z. That you all know because you have studied this in your upper KG class, in lower KG class. What we are going to revise today is phonic sound, as I have mentioned. Now each letter has its sound. That sound is different from what we read. Like when we say A, first letter of English letter is A. We write it in this form in cursive. In cursive we write it like this. But the pronunciation, the sound of this letter A is A. It is A. The sound of letter A is A. We read A, we call it A, but it has sound A. Sound A. As in apple. हम apple नहीं बोलते, we say apple. What do we say? Apple. Ant. Aeroplane. Isn't it? Apple, ant, aeroplane. We don't say apple, aeroplane or ain't. We say a. Sound of letter A is A. Apple. You can repeat after me. A. Apple. Ant. Aeroplane. Okay. So this letter A has sound A. A. Next is B. This is B, and in cursive form we write it like this. I'm sure you all know how to write cursive letters, isn't it? You have studied about cursive letters in your lower KG class, in upper KG class and in your grade 1. So we write cursive B like this. and the sound of this letter B is B. Say B. B करके नहीं बोलेंगे, we will say B. B. हिंदी में हम लिखते हैं B. So we will not say B, we will say B. Sound of letter B is B. B. You can repeat after me. B. Ball. Bat. B. B. Ball. Bat. Okay. This is the second letter of English alphabet. Okay. Third letter is C, and we write it like this in cursive form. In cursive, we write it like this. Okay? So, the sound of this letter C is not S. C, but sound is not C, S. It is K. Sound of letter C is K. It is K. But the sound K has a mixture of sound K also. We do not pronounce it like K. We say K. थोड़ा सा ख का भी साउंड आता है, ख, ख, क और ख का मिक्स होता है ये. क, कैच, कैच, क, क, कैच, cow, car, car, cat, cow. See, and the sound is K. Sound of letter C is K. I will write it for you. It is K. K. Next letter of English alphabet is D. Yes, D. Capital D, and this is cursive D. Capital D and then cursive D. We call this letter D, and the sound of this letter is D. Sound is D. D. Dog. D. Dam. D. Sound of letter D is D. D. You can repeat after me. D. Sound of letter D is D. Next letter of English alphabet is E. Isn't it? And we write letter E in cursive way is this. We write it like this. When we write it in cursive form, we write it like this. E. The letter is E, but the sound of this letter is A. A. This is A, but sound is A. This is E, but sound is A. थोड़ा different है. We call this letter A, but the sound of this letter A is A, and this is letter E, and sound of this letter E is A. A. Say A. Elephant. Egg. A. Sound is A. धीरे से बोलिए. A. A. Egg. Elephant. So we call it E, but the sound is A. A. Sound is A. Letter is E. Sound is A. Egg. Elephant. Okay. the next letter. Which is the next letter? F. Yes. Next letter is F. And in cursive form, we write it F. We write it like this. The sound of this letter is not F. No. Say only the force of your tongue. Call it not F. F जैसा sound निकलेगा. Not exactly F. We say sound of letter F is flower, fan. Fan नहीं बोलते ना हम, fan नहीं बोलते. We don't say fan. We say fan. Sound of letter F is only the air comes out when you force it. Say sound of letter F is okay. Fan, flower, food. Okay, so F has the sound. Okay, next letter after F comes G, and we write it like this when we write it in small cursive letter. This is G. We call this letter G. That you know, isn't it? इसको हम G बोलते हैं. This letter is called G, and the sound of this letter G is G. G. Girl, goat, gun. Okay? G. Repeat after me. G. Sound of letter G is G. G. After G comes H. Yes. And this is the cursive form of H. 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 And the sound of letter H is H. H. Hen. Hen. Hot. 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 Hen. H. Sound of letter H is H. Repeat after me. H. H has the sound of H. Next letter is I. Next letter is I, and in cursive form we write it like this. I. And the sound of this letter is E. Yes, choti E. 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 Ink pot. Igloo. Ink pot. Igloo. E. Okay? E. Small e. छोटी e जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में छोटी e. Sound of letter I is E. इसको हम बोलते हैं I. We call this letter I, but the letter I has sound of E. The sound of letter I is E. E. Igloo. Ink pot. Okay. Next, J. Yes. Next letter is J. We write it like this. This is called J. J. The sound of this letter is J. Yes. j, jug. Okay, j, jack, jug. Next letter is K, and in cursive form we write it like this. This is not R, this is cursive K. Cursive K. We call it K. This you know because you have studied letters of English alphabet in your lower KG, in your upper KG. You have revised it in your grade 1. Here what we are revising? The sound of these letters. Okay? K, and the sound of letter K is K. Okay? K. Like see. K ki dijiye. K. Sound of letter K is K. It is K. Okay? Next letter is L. Next letter is L. And we write it like this. In cursive way, we write it like this. This is L. But the sound of this letter is not L. It is L. See? L. Your tongue will touch your upper teeth. Say L, not L. Though we write L, हम ऐसे ल करके इसको बता सकते हैं साउंड को, but we do not pronounce it L. We say L. Sound of letter L is L. Say L. Lamb, lion, L. Okay? L. Say L. L. Your tongue will touch your teeth. L. Don't say L. Say L. Sound of letter L is L. हम किसी को जीप रहता है ना, but don't tease anybody. The sound of L is L. Okay? L. Next is M. Okay? M. We write it in cursive form in this way. This is letter M, cursive M. The sound of this letter is not M, though we explain it by writing it as M, but the sound is M. Say M. 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 Mother. M. Mother. Monkey. Mother. Mango. M. Ma. Not ma. Say Sound of letter M is बहुत prominent ma नहीं बोलना है. Say This is the sound of letter N. Next is N. This is how we write it in cursive form. N. Letter is N. And its sound is नाक से थोड़ा nest. Nest. Sound is is for M. Is for N. उसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हम ऐसे न लिखते हैं, बट साउंड इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली न. इट इज जैसे M के लिए N के लिए ओके, नाक से थोड़ा आफ्टर N O. In cursive, we write it like this. O. O. Letter is O. And its pronunciation is O. O. Not exactly we write it like इसको O बोलते नहीं, O. थोड़ा सा you can call it like this. O. O. Letter is O. Sound is O. Sound is O. 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 Orange. O. 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 Sound is O. After O, P. In cursive, we write it like this, and the sound of this letter P is P. P. लेकिन थोड़ा सा इसमें फ भी आ जाता है. जब हम प बोलते हैं तो पूरा प नहीं बोलते, प फ फ. थोड़ा सा फ का साउंड, हल्का सा फ का साउंड भी आता है. यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस दिस. आपको एक दिन में ये नहीं आएगा, थोड़ा सा आपको प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा तो आप इसे सीख जाओगे. से प प प. प्रेस योर लिप्स. से प प. Parrot. Papa. Parrot. Pigeon. P p. P नहीं, P P. Sound of letter P is P. P. I hope the sound of these letters are clear to you. अभी since the board is covered, अभी यहाँ पे space नहीं है. I will rub this, I will erase this, and then I will write rest of the letters. So let's revise it once. A, as in apple or aeroplane. A. The letter A has sound A. B has the sound B. B. C has the sound K. D. 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 E. A. Letter E has sound A. F. Not F, it's F. G. G. H. H. I has the sound E. Choti E. J has the sound J. Letter K has the sound K. L. Letter L has sound not L, it is good. It is M. M has the sound not ma, it is good. Next is N, and the sound is O. Letter O, it has sound of O. O. P. Letter P has the sound of P. Sound of P. Good. Let's do the rest of the letters. Okay, after P. Which letter comes after P? It is Q. Yes. Letter is Q, and in cursive we write it like this. Q. And the sound of this letter is qu. 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 Sound of letter Q is qu. थोड़ा सा क और थोड़ा सा व. Qu. Sound is qu. Q. Qu. Queen. Quilt. Qu. Qu. Say qu. K and v. Qu. Sound of letter Q is qu. Qu. Next, after Q comes letter R. Yes, letter R, and we write it like this. And the sound of this letter is not R, not exactly R, it is R. Sound is R. Rat, rabbit, rat, rabbit, run. R. R. Sound is R. Not R, but R. Sound of letter R is R. We express it by writing Hindi R. हिंदी में र लिख के इसको हम एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, बट इसका साउंड होता है र. R. Rat. Okay. Run. R. Sound of letter R is R. Next, S, and we write it like this. In cursive, we write it like this, S, and the sound of this letter is S. S. Yes, S. Not S, but S. Snake, snow, sleep. S. Sound is S, but we express it by writing so. So लिख के express करते हैं, but the sound is S. Sound of letter S is S, as in snake, slate, sleep. S. Okay. S. Sound of letter S is S. Next is T. We write it like this. In Hindi, we express it like this. To. Sound is to. To. Tomato. Tiger. So, sound of letter T is to. To. Next is U. In cursive, we write it like this. And the sound of U is not Y, it is A. Yes. The sound of letter U is A. Like umbrella. A. Umbrella. A. Sound of letter U. Letter U is not Y, but A. A. जो हिंदी में अ आ ई वाला होता है ना, दैट अ. Sound of letter U is A. Got it? Next is V. Now children, the next letter V and W. Let me explain you the difference in the sound of these two letters. Though we explain it by writing W, इधर भी W लिखते हैं, इधर भी W लिखते हैं, but there is difference. And what is the difference? Let me tell you. V. When we say V, we say V. हमारे जो teeth हैं, वो हमारे lips पर आते हैं. V. Say V. जो ऊपर वाले हमारे जो teeth हैं, they touch our lips. V. When we say V, van, victory. Okay? But when we say V, we राउंड अप आवर लिप्स, अपने लिप्स को हम गोल बट करते हैं और हमारे दोनों जो लिप्स हैं वो थोड़े से टच होते हैं, थोड़े से टच होते हैं ऐसे, दोनों लिप्स जो हैं वो गोल होते हैं. मेक इट से we bring together both the lips and it makes the shape of O when we say wow, wonderful. Okay, watch, say so जब हम W वाला बोलते हैं तो हमारे लिप्स जो है वो पास आते हैं और हम कहते हैं और जब V वाला होता है तो हमारा जो टीथ है वो लिप्स को टच करके बोलता है वैन, वाव, वैन, वॉच. ओके, so there is difference how we pronounce the sound of these two letters, V and W. Next is X, and in cursive we write it like this, X. क्या है ये? X. And the sound of this letter is आधा क और स, आधा क और स, X. Okay? Then next letter is Y. We write it like this, wow, and the sound of Y is Y. Yo, Y. Sound of letter Y is Y. And the last letter is Z. And the sound of letter Z is Z. थोड़ा सा Z. Sound is Z. Sound of letter Z is Z. So these were the sounds, or you can say phonic sounds of letter A to Z. English alphabet में जो 26 letters हैं उनके ये sounds हैं. I hope you have learnt this. Keep practicing it because this will help you in improving your reading skills. आप जब पढ़ोगे किस word को कैसे start करना है, कैसे pronounce करना है, उसमें ये आपको sounds बहुत helpful होंगे. You need to practice these sounds. In the next video, I'll be telling you something more about sounds. This is all for today's video, and we will meet in a next video with some more sounds of English letters, 2 letters, 3 letters. Okay? Thank you.